Hello and welcome back, and thanks to anyone who's here watching. Okay, that made me look super crazy. I'm just gonna take this off because it's hot anyways. It is about 96 degrees, I think, in Southern California right now, and I'm just trying to stay cool for the summer. Anyways, it is almost the end of summer. Not summer the season, but summer as in freedom from school stress, from schoolwork and all that stuff. And I am planning to enjoy the last few weeks of summer, and I have had an amazing summer. This has been a new one for me. I have experienced new things, and I am so happy and grateful for everything that I got to experience this summer so far. You know, in my last video I talked about not wanting to be on my phone, and I didn't completely fail, because I definitely was on my phone, and I find myself doom scrolling a lot of the time. What makes it even worse is I realize it in the moment, and I will be like, okay, I'll just give myself a few more minutes. And I'm pretty sure like that's pretty common for a lot of you guys as well, because I think most of us, especially Gen Z, are very aware of when we're doom scrolling to a point where it's becoming detrimental, where we're like, okay, an hour has went by and I'm still on TikTok or whatever platform you may be on. For me, it's mostly TikTok, and switching between TikTok and Instagram, and sometimes Pinterest. Pinterest will really get you, because I will be looking for hairstyles, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that girl's outfit is cute, and then I'm adding it to my board, and then I'm falling down this rabbit hole. And I love Pinterest. I love it so much. I love it for inspiration, but it really gets me. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about the fact that I went on vacation. I went on vacation, and I know technically I went on vacation last year, but this was a real vacation because I was out of work for 9 days, 9 work days, 12 days total. It was a 12-day vacation, and that is the longest vacation I've ever taken in my life, in my 27 years of living. The last vacation I took was when I graduated high school, and I was 17 years old, and that was of course covered by my stepdad. So this was my first real vacation where my partner and we went on a vacation together, and we both paid for our own vacation, of course, because we're both adults. You know, big shout out to him, and I'm super grateful to him for taking care of pretty much everything. The only thing I took care of was helping pay for a little bit of our gas for our rental car, and getting the rental car for us, because he originally got it, but there was a mistake that happened with it, so I ended up getting our rental car, which I didn't mind at all. I think because I had points with my credit card, it ended up coming out to like $630 because I had points. This is a sign to use your credit card responsibly and save up those points for when you travel. Those travel points will really help you out. Okay, moving on. So while I was on vacation, I kind of realized that I don't really need a lot. I mean, we were living out of like 3 bags in a suitcase for 12 days. We went on a road trip up the Oregon and Washington coast. So we're both from Southern California, and we left from his house and we drove up to Big Sur, where that was our first stop, in Monterey and Big Sur. And then the next day we ended up stopping in Eureka, California, which is like very at the tip, Northern California. And then by the 3rd day we ended up getting into Oregon, and we spent some time in Oregon, specifically Portland, because I wanted to go to Powell's, and I didn't get to do that last year when I went to Oregon with my family for my birthday. So this time we had a lot more time to just explore and take our time with looking at things. And, you know, again, a big shout out and a thank you to my man. He was so sweet and didn't make me feel rushed at all. Just let me enjoy my time. I felt like a little kid in a candy shop. Like I just felt really happy in those moments because I felt safe, I felt cared for, I felt like my partner really cared about me and what I care about. So while we were there, I wanted to pick a souvenir, which was a book. And I know, like, for a while I've been telling myself I wasn't gonna buy any more books because I have a bookshelf here, which I really want to do a bookshelf tour very soon. I have a bookshelf full of books, and I definitely have at least half on there that I haven't read yet. So I told myself I wasn't gonna buy any more books until I finish what I have already on the shelf. But because it was a vacation and I wanted a souvenir, I ended up going into the section at Powell's. If you've ever been to Powell's Books, they have a section, they have different sections of, like, you know, there's fantasy, romantasy, classics, you know, like they just have like a lot. And I will insert pictures probably here, and I will show you because I did take pictures of some of the rows because I just loved it so much. I love that bookstore. There was a section that they had of new and upcoming authors. I think it was either that section or the section where the staff picks. And I saw this one, Attention Seeking Behavior by, I'm so sorry, I don't even know how to pronounce her name and I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But this is the book I picked at random. I didn't even read the back. I just saw it and I was like, I will take that and I will save it as my souvenir and I will read this eventually. But yeah, the back says, the narrator of this novel wants to tell you about Normal Ben, the man she's been seeing. She wants to tell you about the incorrect belief that tiny facial expressions betray a person's real feelings. She wants to tell you about the time she went to a therapist to try to cure her lying habit. She wants to tell you about the body she found on a walk through the park. She wants to tell you about lies she's told her demeaning, erratic boss. She wants to tell you about the history of police interrogation techniques, which use deception to extract false confessions. She wants to tell you that all lie detection methods are phony. She wants to tell you what it's like to read opposing testimonies in a sexual assault case. She wants to tell you about her ex-boyfriend, who is a liar. But is she telling you the truth, or does she only want your attention? Okay, so I love that. Again, I didn't even read the back even after I bought it. I think I had started reading like the first few pages while I was in the car with my boyfriend. He was driving. I was reading out loud to him, which is something I discovered I really like on this trip. And I'm probably going to be all over the place with this video because I did not take notes prior to filming this. This is just me talking off the top of my head and being a yapper. I really like reading out loud, and I know, like, maybe that might sound kind of silly, but I'm assuming maybe my channel is attracting English majors, and I feel like that is something that isn't too foreign to us. I think we as English majors like to, or just reading book lovers, I think there's something really special about reading out loud, especially reading out to someone. It kind of like reminds me of when you're a child and you're in school and you have like reading time, and it's like your teacher, you're all sitting there in a circle and your teacher is like reading a book to you and they're reading to you like this, and there's pictures and she's like, oh, blah blah blah, and then like I used to love when they would turn the page like this and it would make the noise on like the plastic books. It would put me to sleep. It was like ASMR for me. And there were times where I fell asleep in class. That was a bad habit of mine. But anyways, yeah, I realize how nice it is to read out loud, because I feel like sometimes reading in your head, at least for me, sometimes I feel like I'm not fully comprehending what I'm reading. And that's also why I like listening to audiobooks, because I like hearing another person read words to me in case I'm mispronouncing or misreading something. But yeah, I read aloud to my partner probably like about 5 pages, and he let me, and I thought it was really sweet, because I feel like a lot of people would just be like, girl, can you shut up already? But he let me read out loud to him, and he acted interested in my book, and I thought that was really sweet and romantic. But anyways, yeah, I got this book as a souvenir, and I also got a few more things as a souvenir, which I'll probably add a picture in here, or it might be in the thumbnail. But since I do have a few of the souvenirs right here, while we were in Eureka, we saw a little library, and I love little libraries. I always stop by when I see one because I love to see what kind of books are in there. And I have also left books in the little library in my city because it's actually really close by to me. But while we were there, I saw these. Somebody put these little cards, and I thought they were so cute. They kind of look handmade, like somebody added the stickers themselves. So I was just planning on using these as thank you cards or little notes that I'm gonna write to friends or family or my boyfriend. I just think they're so cute and sweet. But yeah, so there's that. This is another thing I got from Powell's, another souvenir. I let myself splurge just a little bit on this vacation, and that is these pins. I mean, who doesn't love The Princess Bride? My boyfriend has not seen the movie, and it is one of my goals right now is to get him to watch it, and we're gonna watch it one day. I found these pins and I love them so much. I love the As You Wish, of course, As You Wish. I love it so much. And then I do have more, but this is all that I have in this baggie, and I don't want to take up too much time just showing every souvenir that I got. But my boyfriend, my sweet boyfriend, got me this pin, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. So I have that saved in here. And again, this video might be all over the place, but I kind of mentioned that I discovered that being on vacation made me realize that I don't need a lot. And so I came back to my room, and I love my room. I love every little thing that I have in here, the mess, the everything, but I have a pretty small room. It's pretty tiny. My closet is tiny. My room is filled up with stuff, and I love everything. I grow attached to everything, but this trip made me realize that I don't need a lot to be happy. And it also made me realize that, and this is something, it's not new, that I'm not saying anything revolutionary, but I've noticed that I kind of fall into the trap, and maybe this is just capitalism, but I have fallen into the trap of buying things to feel something. I've noticed a lot of things that I have in my room are things that I've bought because I just wanted to get like that rush and excitement you get when you receive a package in the mail. And so I have decided that I am trying to get rid of a lot of my things, and I'm also trying to redecorate my room a little bit because I'm trying to get rid of stuff and declutter. That's also why I have a link to my Depop in my YouTube bio if anybody wants to look at it. I do not sell anything more than like 20 bucks because I am not necessarily trying to make money from my Depop, but because I don't really make a lot of money, I would love to make just a little bit of cash if it would help, because I am paying for my own tuition this semester. This is supposed to be my last semester of grad school, and I'm paying out of pocket. It's almost $4,000. I have saved up a little bit of money, and so any little bit of money I can make and save or put it towards, you know, books or gas, because I commute to school about an hour. Any little bit would help. So that's why I choose to sell some things on Depop. I do donate clothes as well. I don't just sell everything that I have. That was a bit off topic, but yeah, my summer has been eventful, and I'm really grateful for the vacation that my boyfriend and I went on. It was a two-week vacation, and we traveled, we road tripped, we stayed in hotels, and we stayed in an Airbnb, and we had a good time, and I'm really happy and thankful for all the time that we spent together. Another thing that I wanted to mention on this vacation that was very nostalgic and fed my inner child a lot was we went to Forks, Washington. Any Twilight fans out there know exactly what Forks, Washington is. So we went to the town and I took a picture with Bella's truck. I'll probably insert it here if I don't forget. But again, a huge thank you to my boyfriend for coming along with me, driving me there. He pretty much drove majority of the vacation, but that was just a part of the vacation that I was super grateful for, because it has kind of been something that I've been wanting to do for a few years now. And last year when my family and I went to Oregon for my birthday, we got to see the waterfall where they filmed some of the baseball scene, you know, that big waterfall that they show. I believe it's Multnomah Falls, and that's where we went last year. So that fed a little bit of my nostalgia, because I just wanted to see like Twilight landmarks, because it's a childhood favorite of mine. I mean, the first movie came out when I was 8 years old, so I really grew up watching those movies. But one thing that I like to do is collect postcards when I go to new places. And I totally forgot to get one from Washington when we went, but I did get a really cute keychain. So I will show that real quick. I got this really cute keychain from when we went to Seattle, because we also stopped in Seattle, and Seattle was probably my favorite place that we got to see when we traveled, even more than the Twilight area, because unfortunately I wasn't smart enough to check when the store closes, and we got there an hour after it closed. But we did get to see other cute stores, and I got some pretty cute magnets. But when we went to Seattle, loved it, loved Seattle so much. I'll probably insert pictures here, but here is the keychain I got, and I thought it was so cute. I just love how it has a little coffee. Okay, and then back to the postcard that I got. This was the postcard that I got from the Powell. I think it was the Powell's bookstore, because it says Portland on it, and it's in Portland. I just thought it was so cute. I love it. I love to hang them up on my wall. I was thinking about writing a postcard, sending it to myself, and then when my boyfriend and I got back, I would have seen it in the mail. And I was gonna do that, but I feel like we were just so focused on sightseeing, and we were so excited with seeing everything, that the idea of like stopping to write and then like send it in the mail, like we were both just kind of like nah. So I kind of just kept it, and I do have a plan. I did tell my boyfriend for my birthday, because my birthday's next month. His is a week before mine, so we kind of talked about what we wanted to get each other for our birthdays. And don't tell him, but I got him an Apple Watch, because he has been wanting like something that would help him with his fitness and tracking his steps. And I have an Apple Watch, and I feel like it would be really cool, because we like to challenge each other sometimes. I thought it'd be really cool to see each other's like workouts, because you know how it has that feature where you can add friends. But anyways, so I got him an Apple Watch for his birthday, and then I told him that I would love a scrapbook for my birthday. That's right, I would love a scrapbook. That's all I want, because I have collected so many things from our vacation, and just like little physical things. I have a little box. This is the little box I decided to put all of like the little things I collected on our trip, because anytime we went somewhere, I kept the receipts, and I kept like little things that we were collecting, and like just stickers. These are just like some stickers that we got, and this one was really cute. And then I got this from this random bar that we stopped at, which, super side note, I discovered I'm actually pretty good at pinball, because that specific bar that we went to had like 1 billion pinball machines, and my boyfriend and I were like, let's challenge each other, and I beat him, because I am actually pretty good. So I discovered that I'm good at pinball. And so while we were there, I thought it would be really cute to collect the little coasters that they give you for your drinks. This was when we were staying in Tacoma, but it was so cute. I mean, Tacoma was not our favorite area. I think by the second day, we were both just kind of like, we're ready to go back to Oregon, because he also has... Hi guys, sorry I had to cut my video short because I ran out of storage. I do film everything on my iPhone because I don't have a camera. I would love to get a camera one day, but I cannot afford one at the moment. But to close out this video, it's still summer. We still have time. I encourage you, if you can, if you have the means. I know because like I am a broke. Hi, I ran out of storage on my phone and it wouldn't let me close out my video. So this is just me saying, because I can't talk too much because I'll also run out of storage on my laptop. Book the vacation. Book the vacation. Go out, live your life. I know that's easier said than done. I know because I grew up poor, I'm still poor, and vacations were not something that I went on very often. This was my first adult vacation at the ripe age of 27. So, you know, life is scary and hard, especially right now, and I just hope you guys have a good summer, and I will continue recording and doing what I can for this YouTube channel because I'm trying to revive her and I'm trying to post more. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely day, night, morning, whenever you're watching this. Thank you to whoever is watching this, and I really appreciate you. Please like it if you like it, and yeah, I hope you have a good day.